You don't generally write up an offer until you've negotiated a little bit, although the contract can be the jumping off point in the beginning of your negotiations, depending on how you want to work that. But bottom line with negotiating is it needs to work for everybody. So when you start negotiating your contracts, remember that you need to go in clear. If you're clear about what your minimum and your maximum offer amounts are going to be, you're less likely to get into that emotional middle ground there where you're hot and heavy in negotiations and then you kind of start thinking you can over offer and you get yourself in trouble. So make sure that you run your numbers before you get into negotiating a final purchase, even possibly a beginning purchase offer. But you have to have your minimum determined in order to know what the seller is likely to take. But Steve taught me a really good trick. He said, make sure that you only offer after they've brought up the number first. So you always ask what their bottom dollar amount will be before you give your bottom number, because sometimes their bottom is lower than yours, and why would you want to pay more than what they're willing to take? So there's some really good advice from Steve Walquist, the other mentor of Accelerated Real Estate. So if you know what your limits are ahead of time, you're less likely to goof up your negotiations and get in over your head. But it is always good to have offer amounts that are your best case scenario, your mid case, and your lower end. And we'll get through that here on this next slide. Your A offer gives the seller's price but your terms. Your B offer is the middle ground on price and terms for the both of you. And then a C offer would be your price, the seller's terms. And by the way, the best thing about doing this kind of a setup with your A, B, and your C, or your 1, 2, 3 offer, is that in these scenarios, you always win, because any of these will work for you. So then your job is just to figure out what works for the seller. And when you guys come to terms, boom, your negotiations are done.